Well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Two minutes remaining in the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13-yard first down.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the...
And he lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. Down in, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the two-point try will be unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved? You're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now into their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take him 44-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within this, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case. And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. And that's going to be incomplete. Effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Jones. Up there is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you, too.
Well, no sooner do the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this. Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 44. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Fighting through. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On the ground with a tight end. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Here we go. Hey, easy.
They're going to try and throw. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll run on first down with Akers. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Jones to throw on second down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So the time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Back to throw. Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this deep backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Jones. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about dogs lie? But this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the line. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy.
To the races, down the right side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne. Yards. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to make them use those in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. This is down the field for Bellinger. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively.